Okay, this is to all the daddy's girl. Um, Let me know your secret because I don't have good relationship with my dad and I want to work on our relationship. I am not gonna blame my dad for all the stuff that happened in my life. As an adult, I take fully responsibility for not understanding my dad when I was younger. I want to build on that. I know I've messed up so much and I have become a disappointment, yada yada yada, but let's just move past that. I want to do my part now because I've forgiven, right? I mean, even though sometimes it comes here and there, I want to work on our relationship. Like, how do I work in a relationship? How do I move past certain things? Because when I was younger, I used to always not like my dad. A little bit calm. I didn't really grow up with my dad because I was in Bangladesh and my dad was in the US, and then he would go back and forth like every 6 months later or whatever, I was told. But I didn't understand because most of the time I did not see my dad with my mom, and like I never got that love from my dad like how my rest of my siblings got. And so it's not something I didn't feel like I was missing something. It's because something I wasn't growing up with, and I didn't, and like my uncle kind of filled that hole up. But I missed a lot, like, and he missed out a lot. As an adult, I cannot say that he missed out a lot because he was working, right, to provide for the family. He even provides for my mom's side, my dad's side, both sides. He provides for everybody. He was the breadwinner for everybody because we both my family members come from a poor family and whatever. But so yeah, and I didn't understand that when I was younger. Even when we came, the family, like my mom and my siblings, we came to the US, I did not understand that because even like for school event, like my dad would never show up. And that used to be really heartbroken because I would see other people's parent come up, like, but mine wouldn't really come out that much. And then my mom wouldn't come so much for my event. Well, because she was just too busy with kids anyway. But I understood that. But when it was my siblings' turn, like when my siblings had events, like let's just say singing in school, dancing on those shows we put up in school for holidays and stuff, like my dad would never show up. And like I would always have a fit with my dad, and I was like, why didn't you come? It's not fair, everybody's here. There are sometimes you are home so you can come, and then when he do come, he just get a work call and then he will leave. Like that used to piss me off. That used to piss me off so much. I remember that happened for my little brother graduation. I don't know which one of my siblings graduation it was, and my dad had a phone call. His phone was the only phone that rang, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is so embarrassing. And yeah, he had a phone call and he was going back and forth, and then like he was coming back and forth to the auditorium, and then later he left, without really saying anything to us. I don't know if he said to my mom, but I was not aware about it, and so he left, and I was so mad. I'm like, okay, you missed all my event, okay, but why are you missing my siblings' event? And I know they didn't care that time, but I cared so much. I'm like, they worked so hard to graduate and everything. They worked so hard to rehearse this dance and the singing stuff, and you were not, supporting them. And so I would go to all of their events as much as I could, and I used to be so angry with him. And I used to always yell at him. I'm like, you never show up to these events, da, da, da. And I'm like, you don't even care about us. You don't care about your own kids. You just so care about working so much and like supporting your family back home, whatever. I'm like, but we're here, we need your support. Growing up now, and I understand, what family is. Like, you have to take care of your kids, because we were blessed in many ways. We were blessed with the place we lived in. My dad was always working. Like everybody, even on Saturday, Sunday, they take break. My dad would never take a break. Even during winter, during stormy days, my dad would be working. And I used to have a fit, and I was like, I just wanted to spend time with my dad. And even when he tried to spend some time with us, those days I would just throw a tantrum, and I'd be so mad, and I would ruin the day. And my mom never explained it to me, like, oh, I don't know, maybe she tried and I didn't. But now I look at him like, yo, those are the days he was trying to make up, and I was so angry. that I didn't allow to happen. And the little bit amount of time we did hang out, I was just so furious. I would just bring up old stuff. I'm like, I'm so angry. I'm like, this little bit spending time does not make up for all those days you missed. I don't know. I was just so spiraling with emotion. I did not understand at that time. I was just like, he was such a jerk. And I would tell everybody, like, my dad is such a jerk. He doesn't want to spend time with family. Da, 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 da. And it's so annoying. But I just never like understood the fact that how much work takes from us. Pressure of work, going on time to work, being on time, being so pressured from work, and then pressure from family member, need family ends, because literally my family back home, they have so many family members, so many kids to take care of. It's just like they didn't work, or they didn't have nothing. He actually had to take care of a family, a whole family with kids and everything, provide for their clothes, food, medicine, whatever it is needed. It was always on my dad. And I hated those people so much. I'm like, why do you have to take care of them? Because I know a lot of people don't have to do that. I'm like, they could just provide for themselves. They're not, the only reason they're not working is because you keep providing them, and they keep emotionally abusing you, blackmailing you emotionally, just so you can support them, and they don't have to work, and they could live the life they want. And then he was like, but there is no job available for them, to work. And I'm just like, and I would never get it. And now that I'm older, I'm like, I get it so much, It just took a lot of strain, a lot of uncomfortable conversation in here, because every time there's something went wrong back at home, it'd be like as if a tornado happened in my house. Like, oh, do this, do that for them. And communicating with the people back home, it was so hard back in the days and whatever, before WhatsApp became popular. It was very hard because there was always something wrong, and every time they had something wrong, it would be something wrong happened over here. It was like hell in our house, like devil put a foot down in our house, and it was hell. Everything they were going through it, whatever they were going through it, we were going through it much worse, like emotionally, because my dad would be crying, my mom would be crying, and then we would just see them every day, just so sad. And then I don't know what this Bengali people think, they always call on our nighttime, and they're always screaming on the phone, if they can't hear the phone conversation, they're so loud, and it would just bother us so much, and we couldn't even sleep properly because we would go to sleep with being afraid. I feel like we got the worst part of it there. They just get screamed at, blah blah blah, and that's it. But it was so much for my parents, to take care of everybody and us. We were a lot of kids too, and we had a lot of demands. And because of that, I lost a lot of good communication with my parents. I was never their favorite, and neither did I ever try to be their favorite. I realize that now. I was the worst child ever to be raised, and as an older sister, daughter, I wasn't doing good in school. And then I got yelled at for not doing good in school. And I'm like, I'm not doing good in school because there's so much drama going on all the time. I cannot focus on school. I did have tutoring, but my tutor was shit, and I was just like, it's still not helping. I just made my life so worse, made it so emotional. I guess that's what they call it, teenage years, right? But if you are a daddy's girl, let me know your tips. What do you do for your dads? Because I see my sister work so well with my dad, and I'm just looking, I'm like, wow, you guys do this? My dad come, my mother, come over here, my sweetheart, my darling sweetie, come here, do this. Oh, my dad would feed my sister. He never fed me, and I feel so betrayed. When I look at them and their relationship, I'm just like, but I'm so happy for my sister. Girl, you deserve it. Everything. Good job. But I look at me and I'm like, how come you didn't do this to me? And then my mom was like, you know what? You missed it. Okay, now how about I feed you now? So she goes and feed me. And I'm like, but it's just it makes me cry because I'm like, I didn't get to have that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to tell my dad, I love you. Dad, if you're listening, I love you. And I'm so sorry for all the things I have done and said and acted. I'm sorry for a lot of things that I don't remember right now. I'm so sorry for ruining our family time. I'm so sorry for not taking good care of you. and not listening to you. I'm sorry for not being a good daughter. I'm sorry for not supportive towards you. Like, literally, you were the breadwinner in the house, and I did not understand. I did not understand the work pressure. You worked so much, and you could see it in your body. Like, you worked so much that now your physical body is done. You know, it won't have it. And I know you have a lot of fighting in you. Like, you still want to support your family members, you know, here and back home. And I'm so sorry I did not get to see all these events. And I'm so sorry I held you in my heart. Like, I had a dark spot for you in my heart. I'm so sorry. I hope you forgive me. I really want to work towards our relationship to make it better. It doesn't have to be 100% better. I'll take 2%. I'll take 2% of better. And I hope you understand me one day why I made the choice that I made in my life. And I want you to know that I'm okay. You can tell me you love me too now. You know? I'm sorry that when I go home I don't hug you at times, because I don't know how to have that communication, has that feeling towards you. It's just so hard because it seems like one day it goes on, one day is good, the other day is so bad. If any of you guys are daddy's girl, let me know how you guys spend your time together. What do you do for your dad? Even the smallest act, like, what do you do? Like, I don't understand. Like, my dad, he doesn't like celebrating his birthday, you know. He's just like, I'm gonna celebrate you guys, you know. Even on his birthdays, he would just buy us gifts, and I would be so mad. I'm like, why are you buying us gifts on your birthday, you know? And he's like, oh, when I see my family happy, it makes me happy, so I don't need gifts. You guys are my gifts, and here, more gifts too. And it would just piss me off at that time, you know. I'm like, that's not the point of birthday. But I can see from your point of view, you always give so much, and now I want to give to you. And I just hope that we work towards a better life, better future, better health for you. And I'm praying so hard. Like, whenever you're sick, I feel so sick. I feel sick to my stomach. Whenever you're going to the hospital, I'm just crying, bawling my eyes out, like, praying for better health for you, so you don't have to go through so much health wise, that you get to see one day, you get to see your grandkids from me. I just wish you well. And you've done so much for us, and thank you for doing everything you did. You have done absolutely above and beyond for us. You gave us an amazing life. I appreciate everything you did for us, and you still do. I appreciate you, and I want you to know I love you always and forever. You don't have to apologize to me. There's nothing for you to apologize for, because you did it from your best interest, and I understand that, and it's okay. You are forgiven. You are so forgiven. So don't hold yourself back, you know, saying you did me wrong. If I look at it, it was not wrong. I understand it from an adult point of view, and as a parent, you did what you thought was the best, and it was the best. You tried, we both tried at doing things from our best point of view, and things did not work out, and it's okay. You did not ruin my life. My life is not ruined. I am really happy in my life. Relationship wise, you did everything, so don't ever hold yourself accountable for anything you thought you did wrong or you hurt me. I forgive you. Don't hold yourself back because of me. Don't drop sad tears for me. Don't ever think that you did wrong. You did me wrong. It's right. It's perfect. Everything is going the way it's supposed to, for both of us. And I want you to know I love you guys. And I'm sorry I haven't said enough. I love you. I'm sorry I didn't cook your favorite dish, your food. Like, I'm sorry I didn't try to be a better daughter. But what is done is done. And I'm ready to move forward. It may be awkward. You know, it may be awkward to hug each other now, but I just want you to know I love you. You guys have any tips, any suggestion about dealing with parents, about how to deal better with parents, and if you are parents, something that you kids do, even if it's the little thing, you know, let me know. I want to be that kid again that I did not get to do with my dad. Like, I want to do that. And so thank you for watching my video. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'm so happy that some of you guys are commenting on my video, right? That makes my day. I love reading your comments. So keep commenting, and I'm so happy that we have 55 subscribers. I'm so happy. Like, that's so great. And I'm so thankful. Thank you. Until then, see you next time. For all of my girlies that are going similar situation like me, I want you to know it's gonna be okay. Just keep working on it. Just have it in your head and daydream about it. Dream about that you are doing well with your parents, your family members that you have made up. It's been years that you made up. Write letters to yourself like, I have made it. There was challenging, but I went through it. I did it. If I can do it, you can do it. And I did it. I got it. And now our relationship is way better than I've ever been. I'm living my dream relationship with this person, with that person. And I'm so grateful. So guys, you can do it. We can all do it. And that's the secret.